Did you know that most people think going to therapy is a weakness? Certain cultures and races absolutely will never go into a therapy room because that is admitting that something is wrong with them. And it couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth. So if you want to just make it simple, why don't we just say something like you have emotions inside of you that probably have been told by other people that they're out of sorts, they are too sensitive, or they get you into some kind of trouble. And I'm here to tell you that all you have to do is really make peace with those parts of you, because our emotions are not bad. Our emotions are not demons. Our emotions are not character defects, and they're nothing that we should be shamed or damned for, because condemnation is actually what makes us sick, and condemnation is what actually puts rifts in between our relationships. And if relationships are what we need to make the world go round, then we have to be relating to ourselves first and foremost with the greatest and utmost of love. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to love anybody else. So when it comes to looking at ourselves, recovering from childhood is basically the issue. If we're not playing nice with the adults in our life today, then generally speaking, we have to look back at the family of origin. So if in your family you were scapegoated, you were the rager, you were the silent one, you were the peacemaker, all of those roles were made without your permission, by the way. They were basically put upon you because you either had to appease the parents or you had to keep everybody else situated or make sure that they were okay, and therefore you would feel you are okay. And that's a codependent thing, but most of society is run by these unspoken codependent rules. Society, government, pharma, education, and especially family. So when the family of origin breaks down, generally, we're going to go looking for a recreated storybook ending, and that will come through our relationships. A lot of times people look to a surrogate family. The church is a big way that people find fulfillment or they find purpose, because they're going to exercise faith in other people, because when they put the faith in people that they were born into, they let them down miserably. But the real rub comes in when you put all these efforts and these strides in making connection with people that are not related to you, and they too let you down. So recovery is going to always begin with you, your perception of your role in your family of origin, how they mistreated, ignored you, or didn't give you what you thought you needed, because then that needs a void to be filled, and that pursuit will have us going looking for love in all the wrong places. So if we then get married and divorced, if we have friendships that we have to walk away from, if we basically leave a wake behind us because we're just cutting everybody out, and the cancel culture today allows us to do so, then we're going to suffer. And recovery will look something as simple as this. I'm feeling today like this fight, this argument that I've had with my partner, with my friend, is pretty familiar. So I wonder where this comes from. Wow. I felt this way one time when I was 5 at recess, or at kindergarten, or 3 in the bathtub. And you have to pause, okay? If recovery was easy, everybody would be doing it, and our world would be a completely different society. There would be no codependency. You would not need me to play nicely or to stop doing something so that you could claim your peace. So recovery can begin with something like, my heart aches. I'm feeling sad. I don't like feeling sad. I'm not going to push through and move past something right now that I'm feeling just because it's too hard to face. In this moment, I'm feeling sad. There's a loss. And it feels really familiar to when Dad died. It feels really familiar to when our house burned down. It feels really familiar to when I was quieted. And those that make great strides in recovery, we're going to jot something down. And then you're going to just start applying the negative responses that you have and reframing them to what would happen if you could actually get what you wanted. Would you react differently? And would you actually be kinder in your delivery of your emotions or your feelings? Feelings are not bad. Feelings are not something that we should say, just stop, cut it out, or we should turn to juice of some kind, a substance to medicate. Feelings are there to let us know that we are alive and that we want relationship.